Check the calendar and you'll realize that yes, it is summertime and kids are going to be spending a lot more time around the water. And that is why we're focusing on trying to keep you and your family safe and sound.
Our Sydney Stallworth is live at the pool in the Clayton Community Center this morning with how to potentially save a life in case of an emergency. Good morning, Sydney.
Good morning, Michelle and Renee. Guys, there really couldn't be a more crucial time to talk about water safety. You know, the CDC reports that 70% of child drownings for kids 15 and under happen between the months of May and August. So right now is really the time to discuss this. So I met with a CPR and swim safety expert that tells me that drowning happens in a matter of seconds and we have to take life-saving action just as quickly.
Go deep, because getting enough blood flow requires that you really push hard.
A day at the pool can quickly turn deadly. Lisa McMullen, the president and co-founder of the Swim On Foundation in St. Louis, knows that firsthand. Swim On stands for Safer Waters in memory of Nicholas, her son, who drowned and passed away at just 22 months old.
Many years later, we learned that drowning is the leading cause of death for children 1 to 4, second leading cause of accidental death for kids 5 to 9, and we were horrified.
So they started the foundation in 2019.
We don't want any other family to go through what we went through.
Water safety is top of mind for Lisa's daughter and grandkids at the family pool.
Most drownings for young kids are in residential pools. I think it's 70% is the number.
But a few steps could save a life. Lisa uses the acronym SAFER.
The S stands for swim lessons, which can reduce drowning by 88%. A is for adult supervision. F is for fences and barriers. E is for emergency response. And then R is for the regulation flotation. The little armbands that inflate are not, you can't count on those.
There's a lot to know.
Drowning is silent and it is fast, 20 to 60 seconds.
So the clock is ticking. If you can't find your child at home, always check the pool first. And if the worst happens,
do it.
Start CPR and don't hesitate. Lisa's grandkids already know the steps. I wanted to learn.
It's to the tune of Staying Alive, or there's a whole Spotify list of songs you can do it to. That's good, very good.
Okay, so Sydney, we saw you, doing CPR. We understand that was your first time. What did you really learn? Like, what were some takeaways that you could give all of us? I know I've done CPR classes before, but I don't know if I could do it in an emergency.
Right, Michelle, that was my first time and I was really nervous, but I really learned a lot. Like you would notice I was using 2 hands on my mannequin because I was practicing on an adult mannequin, but Lisa's grandson was there using 1 hand because he was practicing on a small child mannequin. So the Red Cross does advise you to do 1 hand on small children. For babies, you're actually supposed to use 2 fingers, but there's a whole different set of guidelines for babies, so please be sure to look that up. And I also was surprised by how many compressions you do a minute. It's anywhere from 100 to 120, and you have to press really deep. Lisa actually had to advise me to press deeper than I was, and I was scared. I didn't want to put it too deep down, but she says you have to go 2 inches into the chest. So that was something else I learned. The first thing she said to be sure is that someone is calling 911 before you start CPR, and you keep going until the paramedics get there or you get access to a defibrillator. That was a lot of information. It was a lot for me to learn too, but I'm glad I know it now. Hopefully I don't have to use it, but I'm happy to know it, guys.